Welcome back to the 125 podcast, where almost is the longest English word with all of its letters in alphabetical order.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
My name is Stuart Blue.
My name is Lucas Ian.
My name is Lucas Ian.
And welcome back to the 125 podcast.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about a little bit of an extension of last week. Last week we were talking about the most trouble we've ever been in, quote unquote. Not really the most trouble we've ever been in.
But it was
just
like
fun little anecdotes.
Yeah.
Today we're going to get a little bit more specific with the trouble and talk about our interactions with the police.
The cops.
With the cops, with the 5-0.
This is the sound of the police.
With the 5-0.
Yeah.
Lucas and I both have a couple stories.
We have a couple of stories. Mine, I think, they are shorter, so...
And we both know that I take a very long time to tell stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw details there,
okay.
to paint picture and everything.
I'll be questioning along the way too. We'll help each other out here.
So I feel like what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with one, then it's gonna bounce to Stuart, then it's gonna bounce back to me,
And then bounce back to me.
I'll
bring us home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel that's kind of like a good idea because mine, I feel like they're kind of like good, but they're shorter.
We'll split it up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll try my blessed. I'll try my best.
Also, I was thinking last story that I said it was in a Rasillo in my village, and the both I have today are also from my village. I don't know why. Always that I'm there, I'm getting in trouble.
It's the summer, dude.
Yeah.
Summer vibe.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you kick us off, dude?
Okay, so first,
paint me a picture, Lucas.
paint you a picture.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Just kidding. Go ahead.
That was funny. I have to say. Okay, so I think that was like last summer.
Last summer. So we're talking, what, 16-year-old Lucas? 17-year-old Lucas?
17.
17-year-old Lucas.
17 live. Yeah, I was gonna say living thing. I don't know why.
Liventine. Yes.
Yeah. So Rasillo, my village, at night.
At night.
It was...
And what are we talking about night here? We're talking about Spanish night, like 2, 3 in the morning. We're talking about American night, like 11, 12 o'clock at
12.
night.
In the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Cut the difference, okay. Midnight.
Almost all my group were sleeping. Okay, they were like at bed. And I was...
What do you mean? Like you were with a bunch of friends?
No, I was just like with two guys.
Oh, and
the other just went to bed.
Oh.
They just went to bed.
So where were you? Just like outside hanging out? Somebody's house or something?
No. We were like, in El Parque, we're like the shit with the swingers, the ping pong table, where I filmed the video with the hot dog.
I actually do. People listening are probably like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's just it's like a little tiny like little park. Is even
park. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot the word park. I don't know why.
You said parque. It's like the same.
I know. Wow. Okay, so I was there.
Anyway, continue.
I was there with my friend Danny.
So 12 o'clock at night, Lucas is there with Danny and...
I think it was... Maybe, I don't know. I know there was someone else there, but I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so my friend Danny's like the same age as me, okay?
Sure.
So it was the night before the parties in my village started, right?
Okay.
So we were, before that day, we were talking to do like a pre-game, like start drinking.
God, you get a pregame the day before?
Yeah.
That is some serious fucking pregame, man.
Dude.
That is pre-pregame. Holy shit.
So we're going to pregame that night.
Yeah, dude, I might go to a party next month. You guys want to start pregaming right now?
Yeah, it's something like that. Okay, so everyone from like around the village were like pre-gaming in our village.
Incredible.
Around the village.
Love it.
And the other people from our place, our village, like my cousins, like they're like about like 19, 20. They were in one of the houses. Like
getting a little messed
up. No, it's not a house. It's like a building with like a bunch of apartments in the top one, in the attic. Okay.
Nice.
In a terrace. So we were in the park, and this like apartment block, it's like next to the park. So we were there, and like you could hear them screaming with the music. You could hear my friend Juan screaming and right.
I'm familiar with Juan. Yes.
He's such a character. I love him, but he's such a character when he.
Shout out to Juan. I you know what?
He's the man.
I'd be willing to put my life on the line to tell you that he's probably not listening to this, but in case he is, Juan, hope you're doing well.
That's so funny. Okay, so I see two of my friends from another village walking to us, and one of them had like this like Fanta bottle.
Okay.
With something inside.
What flavor of Fanta are we talking here?
I think it was lemon. I know you don't have this one in
lemon
the States,
Fanta,
but you mix that with like some alcoholic beverages. And I think he mixed it with peach vodka, maybe like I know, or like Malibu or something.
Christ.
It was like a tropical drink.
Sounds awful.
So since we weren't pre-gaming, because like all my pussy friends were at bed, I was like,
wow,
get me a sip, right?
Maybe they were just getting.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I respect that. So I get like small sip of the bottle, right? I was like, okay, whatever.
I'm ready. This is how the night's
So
starting.
like I always like I'm never gonna say no to like a free drink, right?
Sure.
So they asked me, where's Juan? And I'm just like, be quiet because you can hear him from here, right? And then I'll like just get quiet and you can hear like Juan like singing. Then they're like, I wanna go like see him, right? Yeah. So we walk out of the park and like that like steep like walk. It was like
it's a bit of like it's a steep incline.
Yeah. So
the village is basically on a hill.
In a hill.
It's like the village ascends up the hill.
I know. At the end of the summer, I have a fucking nice ass.
Yeah, I'm climbing up and down.
Yeah, how like my booty is like
right, exactly.
Popping out there.
Right.
So we're going up.
Sure.
It's night, dark.
Yeah.
And we just start screaming, Juan! Marica! Baja! Okay.
Do you know how to translate those words for people who
it's
don't know?
It's just like Juan. I don't know if I want to translate the other one. It's like they say like stupid. They say like stupid.
Sure.
Just get down here, but like screaming. But like screaming, not like screaming. Like when when you're screaming, your throat hurts.
It was one of those.
It was
like when you can feel your temples hurting.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those.
And then we just see like lights throw like at us.
From the building or
no, from one of the sides. Lights.
I'm assuming that they were police flashlights.
Okay, yeah, stop. Right now. God. What was happening, it's like the party that was going in the apartment was so loud that the neighbors called the police, right?
Ooh, noise complaint. Not fun.
So they parked far away. So they were walking to the apartment while we were going up.
So they thought it was you guys making all the noise because you were screaming?
No. They didn't call, they weren't coming for us. But we were just like meeting at the same place. Like, start again, okay? Replay. So we're going up, right? And we're 17. In Spain, the alcohol thing, it works different. It's not a big deal. It's
also not a
big deal. But like, if the police caught you that moment screaming and things, you can get like in trouble.
Right.
So they start like flashing the lights to us and say, "Yo, guys, come here, dude." One like my friends, the one that was carrying the bottle, fucking yates the bottle down, and
just chucks it down.
Yeah, and it's like
Was it glass?
No, it was like plastic. But you know how like all the like streets there are like rocks.
Yeah.
So you could hear the plastic go like
down the hill.
while the police is asking questions to us, he's like, "IDs, please." And I was living in the States, right? Like I've been living in the States, so I didn't have my ID around because like.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So and in Spain, if you're 16 and you don't have your ID around, it's illegal. Like you get in big trouble. So I was like, "Oh my God, I don't have my ID around. I've drank. I was with people that had alcohol,
screaming.
and I was screaming." So they put us to the wall, like they didn't like. How you go when like they touch you, like they
pat you down.
They didn't pat us down, okay?
They didn't. Or they
no,
did?
no.
Oh, okay.
So I was like the last one in the ride, and I was lucky they started like, like from like left to right, and they're asking for the IDs, and when they get to me, the guys from the apartment just came down, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh,
I've never felt so relieved.
So you were like seconds away from that cop being like,
to lie to that cop, yeah.
When they came out, they're like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, and all of these, the bottle's still like, yeah. So yeah, that was a scary man.
So I'm assuming everything was okay though. You got away and.
I know my friends. They got like a ticket.
Oh,
like
but you were okay.
Yeah, I was okay, but they got like a 300 ticket for like
really.
Screaming. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Did you go run after the bottle?
Yeah, of course.
Chris couldn't leave that.
Okay, yeah. God, now that that was like the pregame, and I was like, "Damn, if we started like this the first day, how is it gonna be the next day?"
God,
that was awful.
That sounds awful, man.
Dude,
my heart, that moment of like, oh fuck.
I thought my heart was gonna like, just like, get out of my chest. Did
it cross your mind to like run or anything?
No, because I was like,
were you that messed up?
No, because I wasn't. I just get saved. I was
gotcha.
as much as can like be like, hey, be quiet, don't do it again. But like when they asked for my ID, I was like, whoa, because they even asked, where are your parents? I was.
So why is it such a big deal if you don't have your ID?
Dude, I don't know, but I think it was like the mixer, because like they might thought it was us the one making noises, but we had the alcohol. We're like 17,
and then being like, I don't have my ID.
I don't have my ID. When they said, where are your parents? I was like, oh my god, I'm going. I don't know. I know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere.
Wouldn't have been good.
No doubt, dude. Yeah,
that sounds rough.
I think I almost pooped my pants that night.
Almost.
Yeah. Thanks that I wasn't wearing a white underwear. I'm just joking. But almost. Yeah, that was the first
that's
story.
Pretty good. Okay, so let me. My turn then.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, so I've got two of them. One of them is a little bit. I'm gonna take my time with a little bit more, and go into a little bit more detail. But I'm gonna save that one for the end. And if Toyo is listening, which I'm sure, I hope he is.
Yeah,
he knows the story that I'm gonna tell at the end. I'm not gonna tell it right now. I'm gonna tell it at the end. Right now, I'm gonna tell a different story. So there's this building that's about a block and a half. No, like a block away from the apartment building I live in now. The apartment building that we're sitting in right now to record this podcast. It's pretty close. And when I was a senior, it was like under construction.
I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can attest to this. So it was under construction. And I don't know who I was with when I went the first time, but every night I was just thinking like, dude, I want to just like go climb around in there, because it was like in the middle of being built. So if you went up to the top, like there was no roof up there.
No, there was.
When you came, there was. When I used to go, there wasn't. There's no roof. Oh no, this was junior year then. Excuse me, this was junior year.
Yeah, because senior year there was.
Yeah, because senior year it was still being built, but you and I went. So I'm sorry, scratch it. This was my junior year, so it was like just being built. And there was just like shit everywhere. Like the walls weren't finished, the roof wasn't on, but like in the best way. Like it still had like structure. Like you could go climb up to the top, like where the staircase I'm sure is now. But once you got up there, it was just like you were out in like the open. So I used to like love going up there. And I forget who I went with the first time, but I had one person that I used to go with often. His name is Martin.
Yeah. Martin
was an exchange student from España.
Yeah.
A country that you're very familiar with.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I know it's.
Yeah.
He's from Madrid. Great kid. Love him. And for whatever, like my other friends didn't like love going up to the building, which, you know, that's fair.
Yeah, it was kind of sketchy.
It's like trespassing and shit, and you don't want to fuck around with that. But Martin and I, for some reason, were both very much like, yeah, whatever, fucking whatever.
Yeah, I know what he was like.
And
that.
Especially like that. I mean, he was an exchange student. He could have gotten in like serious shit. I mean, I could have gotten like a ticket, but he could have gotten like sent home and shit. Anyway, we got to a point where we used to go like every weekend. And this is back when like I used to smoke weed.
Yeah.
And we used to like just every weekend, and I had my own car too. God, well, I was so cool back then. I'm a fucking loser now.
Oh yeah.
But I used to go pick up Martin like late at night. Like we would be like hanging out with other people, and then when everybody was going home, Martin and I would just go to the building, and I'd bring my speaker that I always had in my car because my car speaker didn't work.
That was also sketchy, man. Like music.
Yeah. So we would go up to the top floor with like a fucking J or something, and just go smoke up there and listen to some music and just like.
Dude, if you got caught,
which is like super bad because first of all it's trespassing. Second of all, he's an exchange student. And he's smoking, and I'm smoking. Also, and it's just like...
For people that know, in Whitefish Bay / Sherwood, you cannot be in the street if you're, like, under 18 or 17.
Yeah, there's a curfew. There's a town curfew. So I mean, it was just like, fuck.
Like, no one's respected. I walk home, like, late at night, but,
yeah,
like...
but you're technically not supposed to. So, anyway, we're, whatever. But we did that, like, every single weekend for a while. And so, anyway, it's the beginning of summer. So it was my junior year summer. And I'm sure it was sometime in June. And anyway, it was Martin's like last night in the States.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, and it was so sad. He's saying goodbye to, he's like taking turns going to like everybody's house that he knows and saying goodbye. It was so sad. But he hit me up and he was like, yo, I just like want to spend like my last night at the building with you. Which I was like,
yeah, that's
kind of like honored. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Shit. Like, are you sure? Like, so, it was super late. I mean, I'm talking like, we probably got there at like 2 a.m. or something like that. And we go up to the top, and we weren't smoking or anything, but we went up to the top, and every time we went up there, like it was under construction, so there was shit out everywhere. There was 2x4s, like pieces of wood,
yeah,
big like nails and fucking cinder blocks and shit just everywhere. And so we're up there and we're just chilling and reminiscing about the year. And I mean, it was fucking sad, you know, like it was very bittersweet. We weren't smoking or anything. And
I like how like you pointed that like twice already.
Well, did I say that
like
twice?
don't smoking, yeah, but I think that's funny.
I didn't
remarking that.
Anyway, we weren't smoking. No, I'm just kidding. So I also used to let Martine drive my car sometimes, which like we were pretty much breaking every single.
You never let me drive your car.
Every single. I don't have a car anymore.
When I met you in West
Oh yeah, that's true. But we were pretty much breaking every single like exchange student laws. But so anyway, we go up there, we're chilling. We're kind of like, you know, we used to like lay on our backs very romantically, and because you could just like see up, like it was cool. Summer night, whatever. So we leave. We're like goodbye, but you know, as we're leaving, we're like, you know what? We've always wanted to do this shit. Like, let's throw some shit off the top of the building. Because we would always go up to the 6th floor, and there was like just like pieces of wood out. Like,
6th floor.
It was just begging to be just like chucked down into the alley.
Yeah.
So we start just like throwing shit, just like tons of shit. Just and it's so fucking loud, man. It's like fucking loud.
But 6th floor.
But we know we're like gonna leave and never come back. So it's like, because I'm like, probably not gonna go back when you leave. So
he actually did come back.
So we dip out. We throw a bunch of shit. It's loud as fuck. And we dip. We get in my car, and then we go to this parking lot, and I let him drive around a little bit, and, you know, his last night, whatever. And then, you know, we're getting tired.
Yeah.
Time to go. I'm like, you know, by this point, it's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
3:30 in the morning. And so he, you know, he switched seats. I get back in the driver, and he's like, yo, hold on a second. And he's feeling around, and he doesn't have his keys. And I'm like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, they're somewhere in the car. And we searched, like, ripped apart the whole car. Can't find his keys. I'm like, oh my God, Martine, if they're in the fucking building, I'm going to kill you. And so we figured they are in the building because when we were laying down, they probably just fell out of his pocket.
Fell out of the pocket, yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, we gotta go back. And I used to park my car, like, pretty strategically, like, far away from the building. So, nobody would associate my car with people being there. But this time, I'm like, we're running up for 2 seconds, grabbing his keys, coming back down. So I park, like, right next to the entrance that we used to go into. Like, across the street. So we get out of my car, across the street, go upstairs, look around.
Did you run upstairs or walk like normal?
I think we just walked. I mean, we were, like, we were in a hurry, but we weren't, like, you know. And, okay, sure enough, his fucking keys are up there, which was a miracle that his keys were up there. We're like, holy shit, like, thank Christ we found your keys. And then we're like, might as well throw some more shit while we're up there. So we throw some more shit down. And then we run downstairs. And we're, like, exiting. And my head's kind of down. Like, maybe I'm looking at my phone. Maybe I'm looking, like, grabbing my keys or something. And I just feel Martine grab my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's up? And I turn around and he just points in front of us. And I look up. And there's just this, like, one of those enormous cop cars. Like, not the normal cop cars. Like, the
the big cop cars,
the
ones.
Huge ones. Parked in between my car and the entrance of the building. Like, I couldn't just, like, go around. Like,
wow.
So we're like, fuck. And so we just turn around and, like, sprint back through, like, the parking in the building, because we're like, I don't even fucking know how to get out of here. Like, we never go out any other way. We find a way, we jump out, we're onto Oakland, and we start walking, like, away from the building.
Yeah.
Which, like, I gotta go back there and get my fucking car, but, like, whatever. We're just walking away from the building, and, like, 2 cars, like, pass us and go park where the other cop car is. I'm like, fucking A, man. So we do this huge, like, loop to try to come at my car from a different angle, and I'm sure that they just got a noise complaint.
Yeah,
so they're looking for some fucking kids in this building, and then they're gonna see 2 kids walking up to the car parked right across.
In front of the I'm
like, dude, this looks so bad. Like, even though we're coming from, like, a different direction, like, it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. So we're, like, freaking out, but, like, I gotta get my car.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, we're walking at it from a different direction. I told Martine, I was like, dude, I swear to God, if they, like, ask us anything, just shut the fuck up. You don't speak English. Like, let me talk.
Okay.
Because I know that Martine was going to be like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, we were up in the building. You know, I'm like, just fucking don't talk. So, anyway, it's a little bit anticlimactic, but we walk over, and I'm like, okay. So, like, you got to just, like, man up. Just, like, walk into my car. Just, like, pretend like I have no idea what's going on. Just confidently just, like, walk up to my car.
Yeah.
I had this whole, like, story that I could tell them and shit. And as I'm getting closer, like, nobody's in the cop cars. I'm like, okay. And I'm, like, getting closer and closer to my car. And, like, no, there are no cops around. I'm like, what the fuck? I look up in the building. Flashlights. All in the building.
Oh, so they were inside.
They were inside searching for people.
Holy shit.
But because they were inside, we just slid into my car and drove away. So we got away. But I'm sure if we had been there 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later,
wow,
the cops would have just absolutely destroyed us. And like, I'm sure that when they came out and saw that the car wasn't there,
they were like, "Fuck!"
They were like, "Fucking A." So
that was
pretty close.
Wow,
very close. And it's funny too because that apartment building is like, now it's done and people live there, and I really want to go back.
Don't you have a friend that lives there?
My mom has a friend that lives there. I kind of want to like go back and just walk around where we used to walk around and see it all done. It's kind of fun.
I've been there once.
Lucas and I went in my senior year.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was close to an interaction with the cops.
Yeah. So now mine goes back to me again.
Bouncing the ball's
back to the village.
The ball is back in your court. I've thrown the ball all the way to your village. All my stories
happened during like the parties in the villages.
Oh, I can't blame you though.
I know. Okay, so the next one, it was a different village. This village is called Nieva.
It's called what?
Nieva.
Nieva.
Nieva. Yeah, it's 6 kilometers from Rasillo. We have to walk there.
6K.
But not mountain, like highway.
You walked 6K on a highway.
No, it wasn't a highway, but like
a street, a busy street
with cars. You know how like when you get there, like the streets that go
windy streets.
Yeah, they go into a mountain.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah, we went there at like 10 and then came back at 6. Okay, but that's nothing to do with that. So wait,
hold on. Paint me a picture again.
It was with Juan. Of course, it was Juan. Juan was there.
Of course, it's
always Juan.
It's always Juan.
Yeah.
But how old is this? Last summer again? Is this the same summer?
Yeah, it's like that summer. That was like last summer, same summer.
What an eventful summer!
I know, dude. All my last 3 stories happened that summer. Wow. No, the other. Yeah.
Wow. What a great summer.
Dude, I know. Wow. Yeah, that was close.
Wait, that's the summer that I was fucking there.
No, you weren't there in this one.
No, but like that's the same summer.
The first 2 stories, yeah, not the one I'm gonna say now.
Oh, gotcha.
So, Nieva, it was around.
Oh, right, yeah, duh.
It was around 12 in the morning. 12 at night. No, not morning. 12 at night.
Hey, that's up for debate, but yes, I understand what you're saying. It was dark outside, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was okay. No, actually, it wasn't 12. It was 1 when we went there super late. We're done with our calimocho. We're done with another drink, whatever.
I'm sorry. Can we just inform those who don't know what calimocho is?
It's one with Coke, warm.
Calimocho is warm wine with warm Coca-Cola.
And the worse the wine is, the cheapest the wine is it's better.
Yeah. You want the cheapest, shittiest boxed wine.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real calimocho.
That's real. So we're done with the calimocho, The party wasn't great, not gonna lie. There was maybe like 200 people.
6K to a shitty party?
Yeah.
200 people?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Nah, that's awful. For the villages there, that's awful.
Oh, it was like a full village party?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was kind of empty, the La Plaza, like the place where like the DJ was. And there was a fountain in the middle. Okay. And you know how like
I think I know this story.
you know how we are, like if you say like no balls we would do it, right?
Yeah, I think there's actually something encoded in our brains where if you tell us like no balls or like you won't, then instantly we have to do whatever you were talking about.
So also,
and that goes for everybody in our friend group.
At the beginning of the night I saw that fountain and I was like, at some point have to do something with that.
You were just like, I'm not too drunk yet, but eventually
I just saw it and I'm gonna be in that fountain. There is a fountain in the middle of a party.
Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen. So we're done with the calimocho, we're like dancing and everything, right?
Sure, just hanging out.
To paint more the picture, it was maybe 55 degrees Celsius. No, it's not Celsius, Fahrenheit.
Celsius would be boiling.
Boiling, yeah. Fahrenheit.
So look, a little brisk.
It was cold.
I'm from Wisconsin, it was brisk.
I've been here, but after living in Miami, it was cold.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, so I'm just like, I started like joking around. I just go to one of my buddies. I'm like,
wait, sorry, continue. I was gonna say if it was cold, why the hell would you want to go in the water?
Dude, I don't know. I was feeling it. You know how like sometimes I just feel like to go to a lake. Like lately, I'm just like, let's fucking go sand and swim in the lake.
Kind of like that.
And
but then you had to walk home 6K.
Yeah, I know. It gets better. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just go to one of my buddies. I'm like, dude, let's just like go to the fountain and like just sink our heads,
Just get the hair a little wet.
So we go. I was like, no balls. We go there.
Do it.
And we sing the head. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking sick. Also, everyone's like looking at us.
So how was what was it cold?
Like ice.
Okay.
Awful. we put the head, and I think it was kind of like an icebreaker because like everyone's like just like starting to do the same, like throwing water a little bit.
Oh, now people are like, kind of,
yeah,
testing the waters. No pun intended.
Yeah,
yeah.
And we just like dance like more and more and more and more, and we're to a point where like there's a girl already in the fountain like swimming, like they're like she just jumps her.
So somebody just says, "Fuck it, I'm swimming."
Yeah. No, they're not swimming. They're just there, like sitting there in the fountain.
But like in the water.
In the water. And then
they're just playing cards in there.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just sitting there.
By herself?
By herself, like everyone was looking. And then there was like a big circle, like where no one was around the fountain because like no one wanted to get wet because it was like 50, 55 at like 1, 2 in the morning.
It's chilly.
Yeah. So I just grabbed my friend Juan and my friend Marco from another village.
You know what? It's fucking always Juan. Man.
I know, but he likes to be like shirtless because he's like kind of like build a guy. He just likes to show off. And we're like,
so any excuse to get in the water. Yeah. He was basically he was on it.
He was on it. Yeah. Okay. So we're like no fucking like we're just gonna fucking send it, dude.
Just fucking send it.
We jump into the water. I start swimming like freestyle into the water. Juan jumps like dive. He dives into the fountain.
Oh god.
Like we're just there. The DJ's like, hey, please, like they're watching the fountain. Please stop. We don't give a fuck. We just like keep like.
The DJ announced that you guys should get out of the fountain?
Yeah, because everyone was just like, there was a big ass circle around the fountain where like there was no one. They're like, everyone was like afraid of the water, right?
So and it was just like you and Juan, just like.
And Marco, another guy, just like fucking around. And 2 more guys and like another girl like throwing water to each other, right?
And the DJ was like, excuse me,
yeah.
Could you please get it? Why
to a point, I don't know, to a point where like everyone's just like fuera, shit like that, like get the fuck out of here.
Really?
We don't give a fuck. We took pictures. You know the picture I've showed you with like.
I have seen the picture, yes.
And to a point where like, okay, we'll just get out of the water, right? But then 10 minutes later, we're like...
10 minutes later, you're probably fucking freezing.
Yeah, because I didn't like bring anything to change, so I'm just like with my with my wet underwear, my wet socks, my wet like jeans. Oh god! I took my shirt and my sweater, but I was wet. I was wet. Not gonna lie. That sounds super bad. Wow. But I was wet.
Lucas, it sounds like you were soaked.
No, I know. So 10 minutes later, we're like, we're already wet. Like, just fucking send it again. Just jump again. But to the point where, like, I think someone called the police.
Can I just ask really quick? Like, was the fountain, like, deep enough for you to, like...
Maybe.
Like, up to your knees?
To your knees. To your knees.
About to the knees?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, like, those fountains where they have, like, iron stakes, like, 4? I don't know how to call it. Like, there's, like, 4, like, iron stakes. Like, it's a circle, and they go, like, there's, like, 4 where, like, the water fell.
Oh, they, like, shoot water?
So it makes, like, sound. No, we're, like, it's, like, stone that goes to the...
Oh, it's, like, different levels
yeah,
like
there's
that?
something later,
like,
yeah. But so in the fountain, it's not, like, plain where you can swim. There's, like, stick things, right?
Oh, there's, like, it's very, like, ornamental and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so, there's, like, shit there.
There's shit inside the water.
Like, you can't just, like, fuck... Like, you can't
Yeah, I was, like, hitting myself with, like, things while I was swimming.
Okay.
So I think...
So it's definitely not meant for swimming.
It's definitely not meant for swimming. To a point where, like, I think someone called the police, La Guardia Civil, and we just saw the cars coming, right?
Hey, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
How different are the sirens in Spain compared to the States?
It's the same.
Is it the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
What about the lights that flash? Those are probably really different. Are they just blue?
Yeah.
No.
Blue and white. And red.
No red. Oh, so it's the same.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know right now.
What if they just flash the Spanish colors? What if they just yellow and red?
Yeah. No, but I'm sure it's blue and white. I don't know if like red too. I don't know. So also, like in the police of the mountain, right? So like.
Oh yeah.
So they just get there, and I don't know if in the state. I feel like the state's the same, but like public nudity, we're just like going with like underwear.
Yeah.
Around.
Oh, that's a no-no.
Yeah, for me it wasn't that big deal because I'm just like a minor, so I don't think they could like do anything to me.
That did not make it sound any better.
I know, but
public nudity, for me it's not a big deal. I'm just a minor.
I know, but to Juan, like he was 18, he could have go to like jail for one day, maybe for a night, like to get a ticket or something. Dude, so we just run with like we're like underwear, like it's like wet with like our pants wet, just sprinting in the street with like Rock Street, sprinting
like those cobblestone streets, just like destroying your feet.
I actually like I didn't. The police were. It wasn't like that close. But like,
were they running after you?
No, they weren't running after us because like there was a bunch of people there. I feel like they just went there to like stop that.
Oh, sure.
But dude, wow, that was funny as fuck. Just like running
wet in a village. Like completely soaked.
Yeah, and then we had to walk back to our village. 6K with my wet jeans. I get home with my my ass.
What did you even do? Did you just like take a hot shower or something when you got home? I just
went straight to bed. It was already dry by the time I got home.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like my ass was red of like just like the jeans like.
Oh God! Oh, that's awful, man.
Yeah.
But would you do it again?
Yeah, of course. Dude, I would do anything for a good anecdote. Okay, there's something I wouldn't do, but you understand what I'm saying.
Funny though. Yeah. I like it. I have seen the picture.
Yeah, I have videos too.
God, you guys were really getting reckless.
Dude, I know.
So what time did you get home?
Like 8.
8?
You know how is walking 6 kilometers, like at least like an hour and 45 minutes, wet, without shoes.
It was like bright outside.
And I was walking like barefoot.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
I know with my socks. I was like with my socks, wet socks.
Yeah, but that still sounds awful.
It sounds awful.
Okay. Also,
we also stole like how you call like those bicycles, like standing bicycles.
Which ones?
For old people, like the
ones that sit down.
They sit on a bench and then they put the foot in the hands and they go like.
Oh! Like the ones that don't move.
Yeah, static bicycle.
Yeah.
But it was like an old model. We stole it and we walked with 6 kilometers with that in our bag and we're like, oh, this is our trophy, whatever.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah. So see, like, just picture 4 guys wet,
just soaking wet, freezing dudes carrying a fucking like
static bicycle,
one of those like exercise bikes.
Yeah,
that's funny.
At like 6 a.m.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey,
that was amazing.
Hey, props to you guys.
I know. I'm actually really proud of that night. Yeah.
And how soon after this was? Because this was the same summer as the other stuff.
It was before what happened with the police and like screaming and everything.
This was before? Oh.
Because usually like these parties like around July or something. Like
sure.
I say like August.
Sure. Well, that was incredible to say the least. That should be the podcast clip of this week, and we should just go reenact it and go jump in the
like puta, that would be amazing.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Don't push. I mean, by the time you're listening to this, you'll know what we ended up doing. Cause it'll come out at the same time.
That's true. Yeah.
You guys know more than we do right now for recording this.
I know. We'll see what we do.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see.
So now go back to you.
Back to me. The ball is back in my court.
And then we're like, good, right?
I think so. I mean, we can,
Yeah,
feel free to ask any questions along the way.
Yeah.
Because this one I'm going to take a little bit more time with, because I want to keep everybody as informed as possible. So, summertime. Junior year. Another story with Martine.
Junior year was a tough year, it feels like,
Junior year was a strange year for Stuart Bloom. Definitely was. This was the junior year of high school. Just to
I feel like your last 3 years have been like kind of like weird. Spain.
Yeah, I've had a fucking strange last.
Me too. Fuck that.
Yeah, damn. Shout out to us, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is another Martine story. Although Martine does not play that big of a role, it's mostly me and Toyo. So Toyo, if you're listening, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I've heard this song like a bunch of times. It's so funny.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind listening to it again.
No, I love it.
So this was just one of those beautiful summer nights, and we were all at a friend's house. All the gang was at a friend's house. No, I think we were at like Kendall's house or something like random. And we were all going home. We were kind of bored, didn't really know what to do. And this is back when I had my car. And so let me just paint the picture here. My car was a 1998 or 97 red Honda Civic.
It was a car to a point one day where we were like throwing like with a bow and arrows, and you said like, let's try to shoot my car with a fucking arrow.
My car was like very much like, I didn't really give a shit. Like if somebody came up and just keyed my car, I'd be like, man, whatever. I mean, it was all like the trunk like didn't open for like a few months because I crashed into Will's car, and like I replaced the lights.
To be honest, we missed that car.
Oh no, it was I love that car. Unfortunately, that car is
you
now.
sell it for like $200 or some shit like that. Right?
My mom did, yeah. And then somebody crashed it. Now it's at the junkyard. It's all.
Yeah, we're not gonna say the name.
Yeah, we won't say any names. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, we loved that car. I still love that car. It was like.
It's our memory.
It was very much like the squad.
Yeah.
Her name was Rhonda the Honda. Just this like crap. I know I'm getting emotional talking about it. Crappy red, like rusted up, like. I mean, it just like because we would just like beat the hell out of that car, and I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why it was so great. I remember, yeah, Lucas is right. One time we were like shooting bow and arrows, and I was like, "Let's shoot my car." I mean, like I just didn't give a fuck, but like that's what made her so beautiful. That car, god damn, I love that car.
God, yeah.
Anyway, so I got Rhonda, as per usual, and
it was also an Stuart icon.
It was Rhonda and I were
that
inseparable.
Hat and one of like your like jackets.
Yeah, I used to wear the 5 panels.
Yeah, that one.
It was like Rhonda, my 5 panel, and
a Kendama.
And
that was Stuart.
And that was Stuart.
Always not a necklace, a Stuart around the neck.
Yeah,
I Stuart a Kendama around the neck.
Kendama around the neck.
Didn't matter if it was like at school.
Yeah.
Friday night.
5 panel on my head, Kendama around the neck, and then I had my shitty car that is no longer with us. But that was Stuart. You know that Stuart is still in here somewhere.
Was that like also in junior year or not? Like that was like the picture of like Stuart in junior year, or that was your senior year?
No, that was very much junior year too. Although I wasn't as big into Kendama, but I think I was still messing around. So anyway, I'm giving Martina a ride home because I'd give anybody like a ride home. My car wasn't very big, but if you wanted to squeeze in, then
for people
you can get a ride
for
home.
people plus later driver.
Yeah, exactly. It was a tight squeeze, but it was fine. Anyway, so Martine's in shotgun. I'm pulling out of the driveway with my car, and I'm like, all right, night's ending a little early. That's fine. I'm driving away. I'm driving away slowly, and somebody starts running next to my car, and it's Toyo. Toyo's a good friend of ours. Great. And he's got his arms back. You know how Sonic runs so fast that his arms can't keep up with him? Yeah. So he was doing that, and he runs next to my car, and I like stopped the car, and as a joke, I forget if he said it or if I said it, but I was like, one of us was like, get on the hood of my car. So I'm going to drive with you on the hood.
That's fine. Yeah.
So he flops on the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And I start driving, and we're like, whoa. Like it's,
Yeah.
It's not smart. Like you could get seriously hurt doing something like that.
Yeah.
So I stop, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's like dangerous. We shouldn't do that. Get on the back. So.
Because that's better.
Well, okay, so my car was so small, because those old Honda Civics are tiny.
Yeah.
And Toyo's got a fucking wingspan. He's like an eagle. I mean, he's got a fucking wingspan.
I feel like it doesn't matter. Everyone could like.
I mean, I could even do it, but Toyo especially is like very easy for him. His arms are like, his wingspan is like 9'4". It's ridiculous. So
pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's like a pterodactyl. So I rolled down the back windows, and he was actually able to like grip the insides of the back windows and have his whole body like strapped to the back of my car,
like a koala.
Yeah, like a fucking koala, and have his legs up on the car, and he could get like a better grip. So he jumps on the back like that, and then I start fucking gunning it, like going way too fast for the little side streets in Whitefish Bay, and he's like yelling like, feels awesome, like it's sick. I'm just driving around like trying to snake.
Be honest, did you have to close the windows?
You know what, Lucas? I didn't, because that would be a dick move. Okay, something that you would do. So no, okay. I mean, he's having a great time, and Martina and I are like laughing. I'm like, okay, we're just fucking around now, snaking like back and forth through Whitefish Bay.
Yeah, there's not too much.
I mean, it sucks because you can't like. There's nowhere where you can go like super quick, because there's a stop sign every fucking 2 seconds. But
yeah, but I feel like Whitefish Bay for police is kind of like random. There's like nights where like there's no cops around, but there's nights where like you find a cop every meter.
Also that. So Whitefish Bay, for those who don't know, it's kind of a town where like not a lot really happens, and there's just like an insane amount of police officers for some reason.
Super bored.
So, like, you can get pulled over for, like, breathing in the wrong direction because they're just so fucking bored they'll pull you over for anything. Because there's, like, so many. And some nights there are tons, and some nights there are like 0. It's just kind of hit or miss. Anyway, I'm just snaking back through. I'm like, we're not gonna see the fucking cop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, like by the title of this video, you know that we are gonna see a cop eventually, but I'll get to that. So,
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. So we're driving back and forth, and I remember for a few minutes we started doing like I stopped and we were taking turns doing like the Superman thing. Do you know what the Superman thing is?
Yeah, yeah, it's just really funny.
So funny. You get in the back seats of a car and roll the window down all the way, and you can kind of stick your whole body out with your arms out forward, and like it looks like you're flying next to the driver's side window. It's hilarious.
Also, it's dangerous. That's also dangerous. Yeah.
So we're doing that for a little bit. We're fucking around, and then I'm like, okay, I want my turn to like get on the back of the car.
Yeah.
Like Toyo's having all this fun. Like I want a piece of that, you know. So, and I'm a little guy. I'm not a big guy, but I was still able to like barely get my grip.
Yeah.
And Toyo's like, man. I mean, Toyo had his license, but he still had his restrictions. He was like, I don't know if I should drive. Like, I got my restrictions. So when you have your restrictions on, it basically means that you can only drive one non-family member with you.
Okay.
So technically, when you still have your restrictions on, I think it's like the first 6 months of when you have your license, you're not supposed to drive around with like groups of friends and shit.
But I have to say, technically, you weren't inside the car, so I don't know if that would count as like driving someone around.
we were just avoiding the restrictions. So anyway, Toyo was a little apprehensive. I was like, dude, it's fine. Like, no worries. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's fucking whatever. So he hops up, and my car was like the easiest car to drive ever. It was like a toy. It was like ridiculous. So he's up in he's up driving. Martine's still in shotgun. I don't really remember a lot what happened with Martine. I think he was just having a good time. And I get on the back of my car, so I like reach around. I like koala the shit out of this car. Like I really like grab it. And Toyo starts going. And it was like the best shit ever, dude. It was so much fun. Like the wind just like blowing back your hair and whatever. So much fun. And we turn onto Marlboro, which is like, it's kind of like the main street.
It's like the one where like the police station.
Or
is like this the one street that goes to Whitefish?
Yeah, I think so. It's like the one like busy street that just goes through all of Whitefish Bay. And then it like turns, becomes Silver Spring, or you can keep going.
Okay, yeah.
It like passes the high school like by the track. So it's like the one street that's kind of.
Yeah, if there was police, there was gonna be there.
Right, yeah. Like, we didn't think we were gonna see an officer or anybody else, but that probably where they would be just because it's like the most.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Main Street, if you will. So Toyo's driving with me on the back. I'm having a great time, by the way, like fucking great time. And he turns onto Marlboro and like drives right past the school. And I just like yelled to him when we get to a stop sign. I was like, yo, take a right here. Like, I don't think we're gonna see a cop, but if we do, it's gonna be on Marlboro. So like, turn on. So he takes a right. And we go down about a block, and we see another car coming towards us with extremely bright headlights. Like, off-puttingly bright headlights. So I'm like, Toyo, take a left. Which was a stupid thing to say. Because by doing that,
they'll see you.
You're just revealing the fact that somebody's on the fucking back of your car. I mean, if we had driven straight past this car, there's a chance, small chance.
They won't see you.
But there's a chance that they probably wouldn't have, like, looked back after passing us and seen the kid on the back. But for whatever reason, I don't know if I suggested it or if Toyo just did it, but we turned left right in front of this car, and then the lights go on. And I'm like laughing, right? Because I'm like, nothing's like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I'm on my car, like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And he pulls the cop pulls out his fucking megaphone. Get off the car! Get in the back seats! Because I'm still hanging on this fucking car while Toyo's pulling over. So I hop off my car and I'm like, okay. I get in the back seats. And like, Toyo and Martine are like petrified.
Of course, yeah.
You know, because I think I had like been in trouble like with the cops like before. Like nothing serious, but I was just like, I think I was like a little bit more comfortable talking. But I just remember like this car was just silent. And I was like, guys, just, like, put your hand, like, you know, they say, like, put your hands up where the cop can see them so nobody, like, they're not going to think you're doing anything funny or whatever. And Martine's like, I'm going to get deported and shit. I'm like, dude, fucking relax. You're going to be fine. Like, don't worry. I actually remember him putting, like, a video of the cops behind us on his Snapchat story. Because he was, like, trying to flex on his friends back in Spain. I was like, okay, you're
retarded,
So, anyway, the cop comes over. I'm in the back seats. Toyo's still in the driver's seat. And the cop asks, like, let me see your license and registration. Like, whose car is this? And I'm like, oh, it's actually mine. Like, I'm not driving.
Yeah.
And he goes, you guys been drinking tonight or anything like that? And he goes, are there any drugs or alcohol in the car? And I said, no, we're just stupid. Like, I was trying to be funny. I was like, nah, we're just stupid. I don't think he thought it was very funny. Because we really weren't. Like, we hadn't done anything that night. We were just like, being dumb. And he goes back to he takes our licenses, goes back to his car, and I was like, guys, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be like he's gonna come back here with a fucking warning. We're gonna go home in a second, like whatever. And then he's like back in his car for like a while, like too long. I'm like, Jesus, this dude's taking his time. And then another cop car shows up, and another cop comes up and talks.
3 cars just for that?
Then this was the second cop car.
Oh,
another cop car comes up, and this dude starts talking to us. Super nice guy, by the way. Totally forget what he said or what we said, but we just explained what happened. Super nice guy. So after that, I was like, we are fine. Like, nothing's going to happen. And even he was like, yo, don't even worry. Like, it's stupid, but don't even worry. I'm like, this is good. Then the first cop comes back, and I see him, like, walking up, like, out the back window, and he's holding papers. And I was like, that's funny. What did he print off? Like...
Have a picture? You have a picture?
In my mind, I'm still like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he informs us that Toyo still has restrictions on his license, which you just pointed out. I technically wasn't in the car.
That's a loophole. Yeah,
that's a loophole. But he came back with 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember the exact pricing.
Wasn't that 200 or something you said?
No, not even. I think Toyo's was over. I think Toyo's was 120, 125.
Yeah.
And mine was under 100. Mine was like 90 or like 80. Because Toyo was driving. And
that's so funny.
So Toyo got a bunch of points on his license, which is bad.
Wow.
Got a bigger ticket than me. Martin was fine because Martin was just fucking there. Which, thank God, because he was the fucking exchange student. Can you imagine if he was on the back of the car? Holy shit. He'd be back in fucking Spain. And, no, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't think so.
But it was just kind of funny. And so, I'm like, fucking A, man. It's like such a bitch to get a ticket like that. And he tells us how, like, unsafe we're being. I'm like, man, fuck you, man. I like the other cop better. And I didn't say that.
Yeah, you should have, yeah.
I just thought it. And then Toyo, so like everything's fine, we're good to go home. I hop in driver, and Toyo starts like freaking out because like he's like, dude, if my dad finds out about this, like I'm fucking dead. Like my dad cannot find out about this fucking ticket. And we're like talking about it. I was like, don't worry, like it's gonna be fine. Like just explain it. He was like, no, you don't like fucking get it, because he was like lying to because his dad was like, where are you? While we were like with the cop, and Toyo was like, oh, we're coming home soon. Like
yeah. And
so I was like, dude, just give me your ticket. I'm gonna pay for them both, and just hit me back when you can. Yeah. Which worked out like totally fine. Like it was all good, but it was just fun. I came home. My mom, I told everything to my mom right away. Yeah. She was just like, okay, like I don't even care that you have a ticket. Just like that was fucking stupid. You guys could have gotten hurt. I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But that was one for the books, because while we were stopped by the police, our other friends, Alex, like drove past us. Oh God! And I remember seeing him in his car, like do a little double take because he saw somebody pulled over. He's like, "Is that fucking Rhonda?"
That's funny.
Which was that's definitely one for the.
I'm sure Toyo would like we should like ask Alex instead of you there for a ride.
Oh God, I know. Can you imagine if Toyo had asked literally anybody else for a ride? He would have been fine. Yeah. And it's funny. I won't tell another one in full, but Toyo and I have this weird fucking thing where we always get pulled over. Yeah. I think Toyo and I have been pulled over together like 3 or 4 times. And it's always like when it's me and him.
I feel it's Toyo too. Because the only time I've been pulled over in the States, it's been with Toyo. When? It was Caroline, Callie, Will, and Toyo. But Toyo was in the car.
Why'd you get pulled over?
Because Caroline had like the backlights open, but Toyo and Will were drinking.
Oh, so, I remember. Dude, I think I was fucking there.
No, you weren't there. Oh, maybe.
Yes, I fucking was.
Oh, it was you instead of Kali. Holy shit, it was you and Toyo again.
Yeah, it was me and Toyo again.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, it's them. Okay, for sure. Don't go in a car with both of them.
I remember that story too. Yeah, I don't know why Toyo and I have gotten pulled over together like 3 or 4 times. Like, just like randomly. It's just always me and Toyo. It's like not even like funny anymore. It just always happens. We're like bad luck charms for each other, I guess. Shit. I don't know.
Bitch, my name is... Wait, what?
So, there you go. Those are my interactions with the police. Yeah. I mean, at least those are the more fun stories I have.
Yeah. My too. I would like that.
Luckily, since then, I haven't had any serious interactions with the police.
Yeah, we haven't.
We should do something. We should do it.
Yeah, so I can go to rob a bank.
Maybe this weekend we could go rob a bank or something.
Yeah. We'll go
have some fun or something.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Well, that just about wraps it up. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you have to say?
I don't think so.
Any other like little anecdotes you want to throw in there? Any
no,
shout outs you want to give?
But I've never been in more like trouble with the police or like any other thing.
I mean, I got a bunch of like little stupid stories about me and
like,
Toyo, but that's the big one that always stands out. In fact, I actually wrote a paper about that story.
That's so funny.
For one of my classes.
That's funny as fuck. Yeah.
Which I got a C on because I kind of missed the mark for the whole point of the project, but I still wrote about it. It's a funny story. Well, we have a little tradition around here about closing out the podcast with a quote.
Throw the quote right now.
So I already picked one from the quote book, which again is the running quote book of all the friends. And here's your.
One day we'll publish it. We will.
Yeah, one day I'll publish the quote book for everybody. Maybe when we're all
fucking old,
a little older. This is a quote from a good friend of ours, Mr. Benjamin Rackman.
This is one of the smartest that I've ever.
We're gonna see him this weekend too, which is so nice. In fact, when this comes out, I'll probably be with him.
We'll be with him.
Yeah, he's gonna be here.
Yay!
I believe so. Quote: I can't imagine being nice to my friends. End quote. I feel like that quote kind of sums up our friend group. Pretty well. Sums up everything. Well, I think that's about it. Anything else? Any last words, boy?
No, I'm good. You good?
I'm very good. Well, thank you so much for listening.
We hope you enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed too. Join us again next week, where we don't know what we're talking about because we haven't thought that far ahead yet. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Over and out. This has been the 125